Mastery of discipline. I wanted to dedicate its own section to discipline. What is discipline? It's the capacity to endure with stability, right? So this includes things like delayed gratification, right? It's about, so everything else before the mastery of mind, right, is doing the things, managing and minimizing the negative or impulsive behavior with the awareness of neural chemistry and so on. So like, I'm genuinely a really happy person now, right? I mean, I was always pretty happy, but you just do the things that you know that are good for you. Like, I just don't take that road to the gym. I change gyms. I'm good. I'm minimizing those things. However, when trading, we are going to have periods of drawdown. It's one of the most difficult crafts to master because the market, it doesn't matter who you are, will chew you up. We'll have a little gnaw or nibble on you from time to time and spit you out again. That's just kind of how it goes. And discipline is the capacity to endure it with stability. Like I said on today's Daily Power Hour call, like what I've taken 10 or 12 trades, I think 12 trades over the last 9 days, and we've had 2 losses. So we're at over a 90% strike rate. Like we're 93%, which I know is unsustainably too high. The trend chaser is not a 93% strike rate strategy. And it's good. We didn't design it to be that way. We've got a pretty good reward risk ratio, but it's about a 65 to 75% strike rate strategy. So I know that the markets are going to turn around and have a little nibble on me soon. I'll probably get down to a 50, maybe even a 40% strike rate for this coming week. It's just how it goes. And that's okay. I'm not going to change the strategy. I'm going to apply this sense of delayed gratification just to know, okay, I'm going to keep doing this, even if it ends up being a losing or a negative week, a negative day or a negative month even, because I know that this is solid. I can endure the discomfort. So that's pretty much what it is. Capacity to endure with stability. State that clearer by saying the capacity to endure discomfort with stability. So perseverance is another word that you could use here, right? Just striving through the mud to know that there is a greater good coming. And there also needs to be a certain level of faith in this. Like trading is hard. And when you start out, everybody loses money in their first 3 months, 6 months. Most people lose money in their first 12 months. Even through a really good, solid, structured trading education program like ProTrader, like there's quite a good chance that in 12 months from now, you've made nothing. You've lost more money than you've made when you combine your subscription price with the trading, even if you're trading a demo account and all that, right? It's a good chance. That's kind of the reality of trading. You're practicing delayed gratification and perseverance because you know that the goal in 2, 3, 5 years from now is to be able to live a pretty cool life, like a life that most people aspire to and will never achieve because you've had this delayed gratification. So why do so many people fail at trading? This, I think, is probably the number one. They don't have that mastery of discipline. They don't understand that, yes, every strategy does have periods of drawdown, and they just crumble. They don't have perseverance. They get into a rut. They take 3 or 5 or 6 or 8 losing trades in a row, and they say, you know what, this is not for me, and they move on. So mental fortitude, pretty much the same thing. And this doesn't mean doing the wrong thing over and over and hoping for the best. No, that doesn't make sense, right? Of course not. It's about having data and having plausible evidence to suggest or indicate that what you are doing will work over the long time horizon. There will be ups and downs along the journey, but on the downs, you don't give up because you know evidence suggests, data suggests, other people's performance in the community suggests, that it does work. So it does take a little bit of a belief, does take a little bit of a faith here. Every single person in ProTrader right now is here based partially on faith because you can't know everything, right? You can't, I could have built ProTrader as a total scam, total sham, come up with some fantastic technology that displays results on the charts that are not real or that. I'd have to be pretty bloody good at that for that to ever be the case. That's not the case, but the only way you're ever going to get to the point of having 100% certainty that this is not a scam or it's not that it does work is by doing it yourself. Seeing is believing. But on that journey to achieving it yourself and getting your first payout from your first prop firm account, there's going to be some doubt, some times of doubt and uncertainty. And it's really the ones that stick around are the ones who have delayed gratification, perseverance, mental fortitude, and understand that, hey, even 2 years of a Pro Trader membership, even if you made zilch, nothing from it, what does it cost? 2, 3, 4 grand, whatever it costs, if you're especially doing some private coaching or if you're adding different products in there. Like, what's the real cost? Anyway, if you gave it a good crack, and that's pretty much all I ask from everybody in Pro Trader, like, give it a good crack, give it 2 years, and if you still think it's a scam or a sham, or what, you've lost 4 grand and probably learned something along the way, maybe made some friends. But if you start dropping off in 3 to 6 months, this is where you are lacking. Cool. Jules says, thanks for being legit. Yeah. Well, thanks. Yeah, you're most welcome. I know I'm legit. I know the guys who are seeing success know I'm legit and that this is legit. But brand new members, you don't know. You don't. And I appreciate that and I acknowledge that. And I honor you for taking that vote of confidence in me to serve you, as I say to everybody. Because it does require an element of faith. Adversity quotient, right? AQ. There's a lot of studies around AQ and about your success. Like, there's a few things, like IQ, we've all heard of IQ, right? Which is your intelligence quotient. How clever, like what is your, how good are you doing math and filling out those tests? Now, your AQ and EI, so you got emotional intelligence and adversity quotient, which is your ability to overcome adversity, basically deal with problems as they arise, are far better leading indicators to success in business and in finance, or in your career specifically. Emotional intelligence also very high because it's your ability to communicate with others, which also translates into just living a good life. But adversity quotient is, your ability. Let's look at the definition here. An adversity quotient, AQ, is a score that measures the ability of a person to deal with adversities in their life. Adversities being problems and unforeseen circumstances. As per W. Hydayat, the AQ also has an effect on the student's mathematics understandability. It is commonly known as the science of resilience. So, commonly known as the science of resilience. You could look into that further as well, but do some research on that one. When things do go aside or do go a bit astray, when you blow up a prop firm account or get so close and then something goes awry, how good are you at basically bouncing back, and how you do realize, okay, cool, this all is well in the world, let's carry on again. That all comes under that mastery of discipline. Fourth, we have the mastery of philosophy. Now, I don't mean that you need to become a full-on philosopher, but you need to have your own ethos.